Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Good
Mr.
evening.
Mayor.
Good evening.
Council is in order. Councilor Gill, would you do us the honor of reading your land acknowledgement, please?
Yes, sir. We respectfully acknowledge the city of Corner Brook as the ancestral homeland of different populations of indigenous people. We also acknowledge, with respect, the rich histories and cultures of the Beothuk, Mi'kmaq, Innu, and Inuit of the province of Newfoundland and Labrador.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're a bit short-handed here tonight, but we'll be okay. Would someone like to move the approval of the agenda, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Seconder?
I'll second it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. We have some minutes from Committee of the Whole on June 23rd. Would someone like to move the approval of the minutes, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Seconder?
I'll second it.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Do we have any business arising from those minutes? Anything there anyone has questions about? Okay. Okay, so we have a number of tenders. Councilor Gill, first we have a notice of sale used equipment.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The city issued a tender for the sale of equipment that was removed from fleet and was placed on bids. Interested parties were invited to submit a price for a specified list of equipment. The largest bid would be considered for each item. Since no bids were received for a 4504 cat loader and insufficient bids were received for 86-15 and 74-14 Sanders, it is recommended that we not continue with these sales and put them on online auction instead. Be it resolved to accept the bids submitted as attached and award the sales of these units. Okay.
Yep.
So moved.
Seconder on that?
I'll second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Questions on this one?
I have a question, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
So this motion is not to do with putting them on online auction. It's to do with selling the ones that we sold.
That is correct, right?
That's right.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So there's no motion required to put them on online. But if we do sell them online, then will it come back to us again? It will, right?
Usually everything that we sell does that, right,
Yeah.
Mr. Burden?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Okay. Councilor Pender, we have exciting project, actually, the Petries St Bridge replacement.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. The City of Corner Brook requested bids for the bridge replacement on Petries Street. Tenders for the Petries Street Bridge Replacement 17-MYCW-24-00005 closed on July 10th, 2025 with 4 bidders. Submissions received as following, including HST. 1, Marine Contractors, Inc. for $794,861.60. 2, Majors Contracting Limited for $895,349.83. Number 3, West Coast Excavating and Equipment Company Limited in the amount of $964,769.50. And number 4, JCL Investments Inc. in the amount of $1,144,605.58. Be it resolved that the City of Corner Brook award the contract for the Petries Street Bridge Replacement 17-MYCW-25-00005 to Marine Contractors, Inc. in the amount of $794,861.60, HST included. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this one?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, go ahead.
That's a big difference between number 1 and number 4. What accounts for that? Why are we at 1.1 million versus just under 800,000?
I don't know, Mr.
Between
Burton, do
those
you have
two.
any idea why this project in particular might cause such disparity?
No, but it is something we do commonly see, especially with stuff that we tender a little later in the year. Could be to do with workload or expertise that they have available, but we're quite confident in the prices that we have.
Thank you. I was just curious.
Yep. Okay, any other questions? Okay, let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. Okay. Deep Gulch culvert replacement, change order 10. Councillor Pender.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This change order is for the supply and installation of 300 millimeter ductile iron water main bypass to maintain potable water to the western end of the city as part of the Deep Gulch culvert replacement project. So the motion be resolved that the City of Corner Brook Council approve JCL Investment Inc.'s change order number 10 for the Deep Gulch culvert replacement in the amount of $172,811.45, HST included. I so move.
Thank you. A seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this one?
Not a question,
Yes,
but a
please.
comment. It is aptly named.
It is
Anybody
deep.
who has looked at that culvert club up there, now you know why it's called Deep Gulch.
Absolutely.
It's massive. That was my only comment.
Yes, it is a fair comment. Absolutely. Any other questions about this? I think, again, with a project of this scope, I don't think that this type of change is completely surprising. And it sounds like it was done to make sure that we could provide water services without significant disruption in terms of boil water. Is that right, Mr. Burton?
Yes, so when this project was originally designed, we felt that, and all the modeling showed that the two existing feeders that we had that ran up O'Connell Drive, we could shut one at a time. We could shut the new one, run off the old one, shut the old one, run off the new one. What we found was when we shut the new one off, the old one, we couldn't get enough pressure and quantity to safely feed the west end. So it was decided to put a bypass around as to not risk running the west side of water and fire protection.
Right. Perfect.
So, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
So this was actually factored in ahead of time, but then we found out that the current situation wasn't going to be able to handle what it was that we wanted to do. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we thought we could easily just use the other feeder as the bypass, but the other
didn't work
feeder,
out.
the modeling doesn't always show exactly what
No.
happens when you turn the valve. So there was enough of a discrepancy that we felt the bypass was the safest way to go.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
And just as a follow-up, Mr. Mayor, I guess once the bypass is there, it's always there, correct?
No, we will be
We're gonna-
removing it. We'll remove that
Remove it,
bypass.
okay.
But the valving and the valves will be there, and the pipe we will reuse for other projects.
Okay, so it'll be somewhat of an upgrade.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. Now, Councillor Granter's not here. Councillor Griffin, would you mind introducing this item for us? The Central
Gladly.
Fire Station raising overhead door opening?
No problem. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The City of Corner Brook requested quotations for the raising of Central Fire Station Bay Number 1 overhead door to accommodate the new ladder truck. There were 2 quotations received from the following: Island Dynamics, Inc., $65,017.44, HST included. Brook Construction, 2007, Inc., $125,695 even, HST included. Be it resolved that the City of Corner Brook Council award the work for the Central Fire Station raising overhead door opening Bay Number 1 to Island Dynamics, Inc. for $65,017.44, HST included. I so move.
Thank you very much. Seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this one? Okay. Yes.
So obviously, if the door would be higher, so we're going to have to do some structure work in the building as well.
That's what I understand, Mr. Flynn? Is just
That's
make it bigger,
correct,
right?
Mr. Mayor. There is some structure that has to be changed there, and that's resulting in the cost of the project.
Yeah,
Good.
no problem.
Okay. Let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 Contraminded? Carried. Next, we have sound system replacement, Civic Center. Councillor Keeping.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The current sound system in the main arena at the Corner Brook Civic Center was installed in 1998. The system has served the Civic Center well, but has now far surpassed its life expectancy. The audio experience in the main arena at the Civic Center is currently very poor and now needs to be upgraded. Having a properly functioning sound system in the main arena is required to provide the best possible fan and user group experience. A request for quotes for the supply of the equipment necessary to upgrade the sound system was sent to 4 vendors. Only one vendor provided a quote. Pro Audio Inc. provided a quote in the amount of $44,836.20, HST included, for the supply of the equipment. Additionally, a request for quotes for the installation of this equipment was sent to 4 vendors also. Again, Pro Audio Inc. was the only vendor to provide a quote for the installation in the amount of $57,183.75, HST included. When the 2025 budget was being sent, there was $150,000 dedicated to the capital out of revenue to go towards the purchase of a new Zamboni. Since that time, after observing the continued deterioration of the sound system in the main arena and further assessing the current condition of the Zamboni, staff determined that the more urgent need was the replacement of the sound system. Therefore, the recommendation is to use a portion of the COR funds that were originally designated to replace the Zamboni to now be used to replace the sound system. The remaining funds will be placed in reserve and go towards a future Zamboni replacement. The sound system as a whole in the main arena no longer functions as it should. However, there are a number of components that continue to function well. These components will be transferred to Kinsman Arena, resulting in an improved audio experience of that arena as well. Be it resolved that the Council of the City of Corner Brook approves the use of the COR funds for the supply and installation of the new sound system in the main arena at the Corner Brook Civic Center. I so move.
You can do, I think we can do them all together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Approves the quote received from Pro Audio Inc. for the supply of the sound system components in the amount of $44,836.20, HST included. And also approve the quote received from Pro Audio Inc. for the installation of the supplied components in the amount of $57,183.75, HST included. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this one?
Not a question, but a comment. I think that's a fairly reasonable price considering what it cost to put in originally.
Was it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was pleasantly surprised too. I figured that such a system that gets a lot of use in such a big area would cost a pretty penny.
A lot of components and.
Yeah. So good.
No, it's a very reasonable price, I think.
Cool. Any other questions?
Just,
Yeah.
again, an observation. Do we normally approach, supplied equipment, we sent out to 4 vendors, so we would approach the vendor instead of putting it out and them approach us? That doesn't seem like.
I think it depends on typically whether, like in certain fields, there may be more or less options.
Yeah,
In this case here, I would imagine there'd be fairly limited options when it comes to this.
okay.
That's what I would have, Mr. Robinson, is that?
Yeah, through you, Mr. Mayor, that's correct. And also, just with the value of the project, generally, this would be a type of project where we would approach various vendors with the quotes they're willing to provide.
Okay, so it's not at the north?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, let's vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counter-minded? Carried. Perfect. Okay, and now this is a really interesting one. Cape Blow Me Down Trail Construction. Councilor Keeping.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This request for decision, RFD, aims to reward a consultant's proposal for the Cape Blow Me Down Trail Construction, RFP, issued on February 3rd, 2025. This project is funded by the Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency, ACOA, the Department of Industry, Energy, and Technology, and the City of Corner Brook. This project was initiated as part of the Strategic Tourism for Areas and Regions STAR report. Successful reconstruction of this trail will bring another destination trail to the region and further increase tourism for Corner Brook and surrounding communities. The City of Corner Brook invited proposals to select a contractor for this project. One proposal was submitted and evaluated, and the recommended contractor is detailed below. Be it resolved that the Council of the City of Corner Brook accept the proposal submitted by Russell's Land Design in collaboration with Track Consulting for $598,057.50, HST included, for the Cape Blow Me Down Trail construction. The Council of the City of Corner Brook authorizes the city manager to sign the PCA agreement with the contractor, Brussels Land Design, on behalf of the city of Corner Brook. I so move.
Thank you very much. A seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this one? This is an interesting project, of course, because it is, again, related to Star. So it's development of a regional trail, not something within the confines of the city of Corner Brook, but obviously something that from a tourism perspective would benefit the city of Corner Brook. That's why we're taking part in it. So I don't know if anyone has any questions on it.
No, looks like a nice project.
Mr. Burton, just could you tell us where this is exactly for the people who don't know?
My understanding is it's in the Lark Harbor, but as for the actual location, I'm not sure.
Okay. Because as I understand, it's Blow Me Down Brook area.
It's down the south side. I know
Yeah.
that. That's all I
Right
know
up to
the
the
location.
top of the Rattler there. Yeah. Yes.
Are there other contributing, given the fact that it's regional, other contributing municipalities?
No, we're taking the lead on that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I guess, if I may, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
ACOA and IET are picking up the bulk of the cost,
Yes, so it's,
about 88%.
yeah, I see there was 12.3% was the city's
Very
portion.
minimal from the city.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, we told our partners before in the region that we want to take the lead to try and help that, and we want to help encourage our partners in the Bay of Islands to also step up as well. But we're willing, as the big brother here, to do a little more for our mutual benefit, for sure.
We're
Okay.
leading by example.
Yep, that's right. Okay, so does anyone have any questions? Let's vote on it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. Okay. And talking about regional cooperation, Councillor Pender, Mount Moriah Water Agreement.
Well, this is familiar. Remember many meetings over the original one. Anyway, staff have been working on a renewed agreement to supply potable water to the town of Mount Moriah, as the current agreement is set to expire on July 31st, 2025. The water supply is strictly for residential and commercial purposes. The agreement term, the proposed agreement closely mirrors the structure of the current one and spans a term of 10 years. Mount Moriah will be charged the same water and sewer levy as Cornbrook residents, excluding the sewer portion, as follows. Residential units will pay $570. Previously, it was $455 in 2016. Commercial units, $680, previously $535 in 2016. Rates may be adjusted as council's discretion during the budget process. Usage restrictions. As part of the city's ongoing efforts to reduce water consumption, restrictions on excessive usage will remain in place for Mount Moriah residents. Key provisions include a daily usage cap of 600 liters per day per residential or commercial unit, excess unit charge of $0.583 $58, I guess, per 1,000 liters, up from 38.6 cents in 2016, and an annual adjustment. The rate will be revised yearly by either the Consumer Price Index or a rate determined by water and sewer staff, whichever is greater. Proposed resolution be resolved that the Council of the City of Cornbrook approve the water agreement with the town of Mount Moriah for a period of 10 years, beginning August 1st, 2025. I so move.
Thank you very much. Seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Any questions here? Again, it seems it's again much the same. It's just revising the rules a little bit and the prices, of course. So, yes.
Mr. Mayor, I would add here that we have sent this to the folks at Mount Moriah. We have not heard back, but we wanted to keep the ball rolling here. Obviously, if there's some big changes in the end, that will come back to council, but we wanted to get this agreement in place.
Okay. And do we have, I guess, we've been having some back and forth with Mount Moriah on this?
I do not know because the former director of finance was on
Deal
the
with it.
spot.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Any other questions? This one? Okay, let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. We have our council travel report for the first half of this year. Councillor Gill.
And this is just an information report,
Yes.
so there won't be any voting. City of Corner Brook Council Remuneration and Reimbursement Regulations states that, quote, "A summary of council travel expenses by councilor will be provided to council semi-annually and reported at a public meeting." So that's what we're doing right now. We have Mayor Parsons attended the Municipalities Newfoundland Labrador Symposium in Gander and the Federation of Canadian Municipalities Conference in Ottawa, as did the Ottawa trip, as did Deputy Mayor Chazon and Councillor Keeping. Those are the only travel expenses for that period, for a total of $15,643.90. May I continue?
Yes?
I just want to say, because I know that our constituents probably think that that's a lot of money for traveling, but I want to ensure our public that when we do attend these conventions or symposia or conferences, what have you, we learn a lot from our colleagues in other municipalities. We report back to council on what we've learned, if it's something that's meaningful that we think that we could adopt or inform decisions that we're making. And I find it an excellent way to keep fresh on all the topics that are on the forefront for municipalities in Newfoundland and Labrador for certain. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you for that. We'll certainly agree. Again, you don't need to be excessive, but I think it's good to be at the table for some of these for sure. Okay, Councilor Griffin, we have a municipal plan and development regulation amendment, apartments in light industrial zone.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Background information, the Planning and Development Department has received a development proposal at 347 O'Connell Drive, the subject property, to establish an apartment attached to shops and other businesses as a secondary use to the existing office building. The subject property is in the light industrial zone. Residential uses are not permitted in the light industrial zone. Therefore, a text amendment is required to accommodate the use. The secondary apartment dwelling is intended to be integrated into the existing or proposed structure in such a way that it is entirely contained within the main building and does not appear to be a separate use at the discretion of council. This development regulation amendment facilitates an apartment attached to shops and other businesses to be considered in the L1 zone, excluding Watson's Pond Industrial Park, through council's discretion, and is supported by the amendment to the city's integrated municipal sustainability plan. The planning department supports the inclusion of this use as a discretionary provision to promote intensification within established areas of the municipal service area. This amendment aligns the principles of efficient land use, supports greater housing affordability and diversity, and facilitates increased density within the existing urban fabric. This is the first of 3 readings of this amendment by council. The proposed of this reading is permit planning staff to move forward with section 14 public consultation and enter into the URPA process. Do I keep going, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes, sure. Sorry. The proposed amendments will be advertised as per the URPA's 14 to satisfy public consultation requirements. Should council decide to move forward with the amendment, a notice of public consultation will be publicized, posted on the city's IMSP Development Regulations Amendment webpage and Facebook page, advising the council's intent to pursue the proposed amendments. The notice will request written comments from the public that may support or oppose the amendments for a specified period of 2 weeks. The same will be posted in the lobby at City Hall. The IMSP and Development Regulations Amendment number 2025-03 apartments in L1.
Oh, that's just the, yeah, I think that's part of the footer there.
Okay. Proposed resolution be resolved that the Corner Brook City Council authorize the staff to carry out the public consultation process as per section 14 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000, in order to seek public input and receive information with respect to the proposed municipal plan and development amendments, number 25-03, to facilitates an apartment attached to shops and other businesses to be considered in the L1 zone, excluding Watson's Pond Industrial Park through council's discretion. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Questions on this one? Yes.
Is this just for one unit as an apartment, or are they considering more than one?
Mr. Burton? It reads to me like for light industrial excluding anything in Watson's Pond, right?
This, yeah.
Yeah, this is more specific to the zone,
But not the
Not this-
specific location.
not this location specifically.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. So it's not for this one building.
No, I think
You're looking for
we've had
amendment to the
a,
entire zoning.
I think we've had an application for this
Gotcha.
particular address, but it seems to be that the amendment would be to allow residential apartments in the LI zone.
Gotcha, okay,
That's discretionary by council.
gotcha, okay. No, just thank you for that.
Okay.
So one application has prompted us to
Yes.
review the entire
That's right.
procedure. Okay,
It's
thank you.
just this, yeah.
I'm just wondering, Mr.
Yes,
Mayor,
Mayor.
like, there's a lot of reading there, and I had a job following it myself. I'm just wondering if we could reduce it for those at home, just exactly what we're doing here.
Yeah, we could definitely probably sometimes make the background a little
Yeah,
more
yes.
Succinct.
succinct, yes.
Yeah.
It is difficult, it's bad enough to understand development regs and things as it is, for sure. But basically, this is to allow subsidiary apartments in some cases within the light industrial zone.
Okay.
So in this case, there are certain zones, like this area of O'Connell Drive, which could almost be a general commercial area in some ways.
Yeah.
But not putting residential in there as a primary use.
Right.
Is only when it is supplemental to an existing operation, right? So,
And Mr. Mayor, I think there's already an apartment or two up there in that area as well, already.
down further in the road there is.
Yeah, is that part of the same zone?
I think it might be existing non-conforming.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, and that wouldn't, so normally that wouldn't be allowed to be put in that zone.
No.
So if someone new wanted to put a residential, single-family dwelling, that wouldn't be allowed, right?
No, and there is a single-family dwelling further down, I believe.
Yeah.
So they would have either been grandfathered in or
Grandfathered.
discretionary use at the time and so on, okay. So that would clean this up for those situations.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay? Any other questions? Okay, let's vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Okay. Councilor Griffin, advance poll dates.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Section 26 of the Municipal Election Act authorizes council to establish up to 2 advance poll dates for the municipal election. Advance poll dates must be held within 2 weeks or 14 days prior to the election day. Offering 2 advance poll dates will be critical to improving voter turnout, providing more opportunity for people to exercise the right to vote, brings more awareness about the municipal elections, and will also help to spread out in-person voter traffic to avoid congestion and wait times on election day. Advance polls for the 2025 municipal election shall be held at the Brook Civic Center. In 2021, the city offered 2 advance poll dates, and both had excellent turnouts, voter turnouts. Therefore, it is recommended to hold 2 advance poll dates again for this year's election. In accordance with the Act, the second advance poll date must be held on the Saturday immediately preceding Election Day, September 27th, 2025. Staff is recommending holding the first advance poll on Tuesday, September 23rd. Be it resolved, in accordance with Section 26 of the Municipal Election Act, to hold 2 advance polls for the 2025 municipal election on Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025, and on Saturday, September 27th, 2025, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
Second,
I'll
Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Any questions on this? Pretty straightforward? Yeah? Okay. Let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Contramind? Carried. It's that time of the year. Councillor Keeping, ATV access for a special event.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The City of Corner Brook is hosting a 10-day Jigs and Wheels Festival. The theme of the festival includes focus on the all-terrain vehicle access offered by the city. The festival organizers have requested that we provide full access to all city streets during the festival. The City of Corner Brook recognizes that while it wants to provide such access for this special event, it must do so cautiously, mitigating safety risks that may be posed by ATVs operating on the city streets. Be it resolved that pursuant to Section 201 and 202 of the City of Corner Brook Act 1990 and Section 7 of the Recreational Vehicle Regulation 2022 and all other enabling powers, the Council of the City of Corner Brook hereby permits all terrain vehicles to operate on all its city streets with the exception of the following: any portion of the Lewin Parkway or Trans-Canada Highway, and a portion of O'Connell Drive from the intersection of Bliss Street to the intersection of Mount Bernard Avenue for the dates of July 25th to August 3rd, 2025 to support the City Jigs and Wheels Festival. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
I'll second that, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions here? This is what we usually do, of course, for this event. All good? Let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Councillor Granter is not here. Councillor Gill, would you mind introducing this item about annual leave and for full-time management, non-union staff policy?
Sure. Senior leadership at the City of Corner Brook, including directors and the city mayor, currently receive 4 weeks of vacation annually, along with 5 floater days. These floater days include Discovery Day, St. Patrick's Day, Orangeman's Day, St. George's Day, and Easter Monday. This allotment remains static regardless of years of service and does not reflect the progressive vacation structure offered to other managers and non-unionized staff. As a result, senior leaders accumulate additional vacation time at a much slower rate, creating an internal equity concern and potentially undermining recruitment and retention efforts. To enhance leadership stability and competitiveness in attracting experienced professionals, it is recommended that the city implement a progressive vacation entitlement system for the director and the city manager positions as shown below. So years of service going from less than 5, 5 to 9, 10 to 19, and 20 plus would vary by 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and they would all still retain their 5 floater days. So that works out to less than 5 years, 25 days, 5 to 9 years, 30 days, 10 to 19 years, 35 days, and 20 plus years would be 40 days of annual leave. This adjustment acknowledges tenure, aligns with broader municipal practices, and reinforces Corner Brook's commitment to supporting and retaining its executive talent. Therefore, be it resolved that the Council of the City of Corner Brook approves the revised annual leave for full-time management / non-union staff policy as presented. I so move.
Thank you. A seconder on that?
I'll second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this one?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, go ahead.
So is it 5 years in the manager role, or is it 5 years, like somebody who works and then takes a management role?
City manager?
It's tenure with the city.
Okay,
Yeah. So
Okay.
whatever role. Yeah.
yes.
Okay, any other questions?
Yeah,
And-
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, go ahead.
So essentially, I think, if I'm just reading the current policy, we're adding a week to the less than 5 years, is that correct? Going from 3 to 4.
Yeah,
5 to 9 is going from 4 to 5. 10 to 19 years is at 5 weeks currently, so we're going to 6, is that correct?
Yep, that's what it looks
And
like.
7, so you're adding a week per band, I guess. if you
Yes.
say it that way.
That's how it seems, yeah.
Okay.
And I think this is to bring it in alignment too with, like I said, other roles. Okay, any questions, any more questions?
The background information doesn't really reflect what the actual state of affairs is right now, though. I'm just picking at this, but it says that they get 4 weeks of vacation annually and 5 floater days, and it remains static. But then when we go down to our memo, it shows that there already is variation in the number of weeks, right?
What do you mean?
Or am I misreading that?
Just look to, make sure you're looking at the policy, the second page there, there's the section C. City manager, CAO.
The current allotment for vacation for less than 5 years is 3 weeks. That's what Councilor Pender just said, correct?
That,
And so
Except for
now it's
section B.
moving up to 4
What?
weeks,
Except
correct?
for B.
except for,
The CAO and directors get 4 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that the language that's used in the background information is not reflective. It says that they get 4 weeks of vacation annually, the end, right? But that's not the case, is it? Right now, as it stands in this chart,
yeah,
it's to do with years of service, not the position. Is that what we're getting at? Is that is the
yeah,
position and
Mr.
not the years
Burton,
of service?
can you give us some clarity here?
Yeah, so, I think there's a couple of things being confused here. We're trying, right now, there is for managers, or sorry, full-time management, non-union staff, there is the scale of years of service versus the number of weeks. And we're trying to align ourselves with that.
Okay.
Right now, our contracts state that we're stuck at 4 years plus the floaters, no matter how long we're here.
Okay, thank you for that.
That's the difference.
Yeah,
So, Mr. Mayor, just to be
Yes.
clear, the city manager and directors currently are at 4 years as per the contract, 4 weeks,
4
sorry,
weeks, yep,
no matter what. Whereas other managers go on a scale
that's right.
depending
Okay.
on the number of years they serve.
Correct.
So the city
So I
manager and
was-
directors are stuck at 4 weeks while everybody else can progress on the scale as they accumulate years of service.
That's right.
Thank
So what
you.
we're trying to do is align the director and the city manager with those who also have the other groups in the non-union management category who already have that progressive vacation, whatever.
Yeah, that's the
Every 5
idea.
years it changes.
Excellent translation. Thank you.
I was trying to think of what it was.
No, it's good,
Yeah, no,
thanks.
listen, it's,
Gotcha.
yeah. Bottom line of this is I don't begrudge our senior managers this time, especially if they are here for that long. It is, I think, as we've seen, difficult to recruit good senior level people. And look, when you're in these positions, you are expected to be on pretty much all the time when it hits the fan. So your responsibility doesn't go, so formalizing when you are on vacation probably doesn't hurt.
So, Mr. Mayor, this affects essentially 5 positions,
This
correct?
is,
One that's vacant currently.
yeah,
The
Yes.
4 people that are here in the room with us. and
That's
vacant
right.
position. Okay.
And it's the right thing to do, Mr. Mayor. It's
And,
the right thing.
Mr. Mayor, I'm in full agreement with this. I'm just trying to get my head around the language, that's all. Thank you.
absolutely. Okay, let's vote on it then. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. Thank you. Now, let's see. Counselor Griffin, maybe you could introduce this item, the metered parking rates.
Yes, sir, if you find it, sir. We go to commercial. I used that one before. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Historically, the city has utilized 166 single-space parking meters and associated management methodologies to oversee parking operations in the downtown district. However, in late 2024 and early 2025, the city experienced a surge in vandalism and theft targeting its parking meters, rendering approximately 90% of these meters inoperative. Upon some recent repair and/or replacement, the thieves again destroyed the replacement meters and to access their coin compartments. The procurement of replacement parts for these older models is becoming increasingly challenging as they are being phased out in favor of newer, more advanced parking technologies. Additionally, these legacy meters offer limited functionality, such as making rate adjustments, offering cash-only payments, and interfacing with our online parking app, which all underscore the necessity to adopt a modernized approach to the downtown parking program. We have been receiving concerns from business residents that there are vehicles parked for extended times in front of their businesses. Staff have explored their options, including eliminating the parking meters and having free street parking with 2.5-hour time limit. This method, commonly referred to as chalking, is labor intense and much more cumbersome to enforce. Thus, it will be more costly to manage. Metered parking generates revenue that is used to offset the cost of maintenance on the on-street parking infrastructure enforcement and management. Metered parking focuses on the user paying for the service, which would include non-residents, rather than shifting the cost to all our city taxpayers, regardless of whether they drive or use the downtown parking service. Another concern was that cashless-only payment would deter seniors or other persons who may be less tech-savvy from visiting our downtown. Cashless payment has been simplified so that patrons can use tap functionality or by credit card or Visa debit card to pay for their parking. Most people have a bank account, thus most have an Interact bank card. Proper signage and education should be alleviate their concerns. Notably, if we were to return to a coin option, the meters would be subject to vandalism and theft again, thereby rendering our program futile. The city has conducted a public consultation and has received one letter addressing concerns with this bylaw amendment, and the letter is attached. Be a proposed resolution pursuant to the powers vested in it under sections 197, 188, 203, 438, and 439 of the City of Corner Brook Act, RSNL 1990, C15, as amended. Section 189 of the Highway Traffic Act, RSNL 190, H3, as amended. Delegation of power by the Minister of Transportation and Works dated February 8, 2010, and all other powers enabling the Council of the City of Corner Brook hereby adopts and enacts the following metered parking regulations 2025, and therefore repeals the current metered parking regulations 2019 that were enacted September 16, 2019. I so move.
Okay, thank you very much. Seconder on that?
A second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this one? Yes, go ahead.
Just with respect to, I guess, when we have accessible parking or handicap parking, ensuring that meters, I guess, are as close as possible, the pay stations, I should say, to those to accommodate people with mobility issues.
Yeah, good idea.
It'd be nice to accommodate them, especially in the winter. It's difficult to get around snowbanks and so on. And the other comment is just with the tap function. You go anywhere in the world right now, you can use the subway in London or in Toronto. It doesn't matter where you go, a bus, you tap your Visa, you tap, and you don't even have to buy a card anymore. You just tap, and you tap when you get on, you tap when you get off. They calculate the distance and they charge you your $2, and that's it. And so everybody pretty much has a tax function, a bank account is stated here, so this should not be any great difficulty for anybody to use.
No, and again, I understand, Director Flynn, this is going to be envisioned to be similar to the St. John's system. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I did visit St. John's and meet with their parking management out there, and our system would be very similar to their system.
And I've used that as well recently, and again, it is very simple to use, very convenient actually, because you can vary your time that you need and things like that. It's good.
I've used it as well, Mr. Mayor, but I can never remember my license number. Usually if I have a rental especially.
You do need to do that.
That's the challenge.
That's right.
So everybody write their rental number in the back of their hand, their current license number.
Okay, any other questions on this? Okay, let's vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. And last but not least, we have a notice of motion. Councillor Gill.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. City of Corner Brook provides high-quality professional firefighting and bylaw enforcement to the residents and businesses of our city. As the costs for these services continue to rise, the city must explore ways to increase revenue so that these services remain robust and sustainable. At the same time, many smaller communities are struggling to provide these services and wish to partner with larger centers that have capacity. The City of Corner Brook has entertained the provision of services to neighboring communities in the past, with the stipulation that such agreements do not negatively impact service delivery to the city, and the arrangements generate positive net revenues for city coffers. For example, our current, our previous arrangement with Mount Moriah. This topic has been brought up previously, however. This topic has been brought up previously. However, Council indicated that it was not interested in supporting such arrangements, which resulted in the Director of Protective Services ceasing to explore or investigate such opportunities. The Director has indicated that there could be great benefits to the city from these types of arrangements, including more revenue, access to better equipment, and more control of our fate as a regional hub for the Humber Bay of Islands area. In addition, since Council would have the opportunity to evaluate potential agreements on a case-by-case basis, there is no risk to exploring these opportunities. Therefore, I give notice of motion that at the next public meeting of Council, I will be making the following motion. Be it resolved that the Council of the City of Corner Brook hereby directs the city manager to explore and develop possible models of shared services, including but not limited to fire and enforcement services in collaboration with neighboring municipalities. The city manager will ensure that such models do not compromise service delivery to city residents while generating new revenue for the city. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, and that's a notice of motion, so the next council meeting, that'll come forward for discussion and debate, of course. So, that being the end of our agenda right now, I'll declare this part of the meeting adjourned, and I'll ask the council to stick around. We're going to do an in-camera session immediately following the meeting. Thank you very much.